Okay, we're going to start off on the north end of Idrive. You'll see this is behind us is the outlet mall where you start, and you'll see the shops to the right, such as the Nike outlet store, and out behind there is a bunch of just outlet shops. If you've been in the area, you have some great restaurants like Texas Day Brazil there. On the left was the old Artagon, which will be the Deezerland Action Park. Also a Bass Pro Shops over there. You also have 7-Eleven and Apollo Tropical on the left, and on the right you have again more shops like Bed Bath and Beyond, Ross and Marshalls. I will warn you, those Ross and Marshalls are always slammed. Uh, so if you're looking for another Ross and Marshalls, there's one on almost towards Disney. If you Google it, uh, Vineland Center. So check that out if you're looking for a Ross and Marshalls that's not slammed all the time. And so you're just coming up here. You have a great restaurant on the left, Hash House A Go Go, brand new hotel behind there. On the right, you have a gas station and Sonic. If you're looking for some late night eats, Sonic is always open for drive up or drive through. And on the left side, you have a golf center behind there. You have Cheers, little bar. That's really a hole in the wall bar, kind of cool if you're looking for a hole in the wall bar. On the right, you have some more shops. And this is kind of like the Brazil center of Idrive. That's a Brazilian bank that went in. On the left, you have a Brazilian bakery, great restaurant called Camila's. That's Brazilian. Even the Brazil center here coming up on the left. And then on the right, you have just some shops in the back there. Great Brazilian supermarket, Burger King. And then right there, you have the Air Force Fun if you want to take a helicopter ride over Universal Studios. More shops on the left, a little Del Taco on the right. Again, a couple more shops coming up on the right, liquor store if you're looking for it in this area. On the left, you have backstage billiards, a couple other little restaurants, even a boot barn if you're looking for some cowboy apparel. Great restaurant on the right here on the corner of Idrive and Kirkman is Sweet Tomatoes. It's a salad bar buffet. Great restaurant there. So this is the Idrive and Kirkman intersection. On the right, you have a Denny's gas station. Coming up, you'll see the hotels on the left from Universal, the brand new Endless Summer Resorts. On the right here, you have Congo River Golf if you want to play some miniature golf. On the left, you have a Red Lobster, a 7-Eleven. The Four Points Sheraton Hotel is on the right. You can see brand new little shops were built here on the right with an IHOP coming up on the right. So we're approaching the Idrive Universal intersection coming up. As you can see, Universal did a lot with this intersection. Great palm trees on the left. Really spicing this area up. So that is the Dockside Inn and Surfside Inn on the left, going over this Idrive Universal Exchange. And on the right, you have a Walgreens and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Coming up is just some more little shops, little ticket centers all up and down Idrive for discount tickets. Try to sell you timeshares and stuff like that. Great little breakfast buffet and steakhouse here, Black Angus, if you're looking for something in the area. Cheap Monumental Hotel. I'm not even sure if that's open anymore. On the left, a brand new Waffle House went in, so that's pretty cool. On the left, you have a Twisty Treat, and even on the right in that shopping center is a Dairy Queen, so that's pretty cool. Venezuelan Burger on the left there. Orignata is an Italian buffet. Applebee's, so that's pretty good. You have the Rosen Hotels on the right here. Rosen Hotels always are a good discount and good value if you're looking for. And they have free shuttles to the parks and good restaurants inside and stuff like that. If you look at the left there, you see that Lighthouse. That's a Lighthouse Lobster Buffet. Just some more little shops in there. As you can see, we're approaching the Slingshot coming up on this part of Idrive. And as we move forward, I will tell you a lot of real estate is available on Idrive. If you're interested in buying, selling, leasing, whatever it is, commercial, residential, check out idriverealty.com. Again, it's www.idriverealty.com. We would love to help you out. So as we move forward here, we're going to go and see, there's a little coffee shop there on the left that's really cool. It's a little bubble tea company. A great Brazilian all-you-can-eat buffet steakhouse there. Electronics shop right after that on the left, which is a great place to get sunglasses, perfumes, electronics for cheap. Coming up on the right, you have an Avanti Hotel, which has been renovated. Very cool little Avanti Hotel. Nice lobby area and stuff like that. In that section on the left, there's a little ice cream shop, which is really cool, and also King's Pizza, one of my favorite pizza places on iDrive. Down the left out here, you have Murphy's Pub, if you're looking for a little pub. And you also have a gator miniature golf right there. You can look at live gators if you're walking in this area. On the left, you have Magical Midway, which is a arcade and bumper cars with that slingshot. Across the street, obviously, you have Buffalo Wild Wings and Pizza Hut. Coming up here, just more restaurants like a Chili's. On the right is a Juicy Crab, which is a brand new restaurant. All you can, not all you can eat, but just really good seafood. On the left, there's some more little shops and food as well. On the right, you have the Titanic Experience. If you're looking for something to do, they have like a cool Titanic Experience. On the left, obviously, you see the Chuck E. Cheese if you're looking to bring your kids somewhere. On the right, you have the Coco Key Hotel, which is a water park hotel. If you're looking for, it actually has a water park in the backyard. So it's a hotel attached to a little bit of a water park. On the left, you have Oh Shucks, one of a cool little hole-in-the-wall bar with Dunkin' Donuts on the right, and Game Changers, which is a little restaurant. And then obviously right on the left, you have a Taco Bell, brand new, that just went in. On the left here, you have another Brazilian and Venezuelan restaurant. And then we're coming up to the major, IHOP, Denny's, Burger King, Perkins on this intersection. Coming up to this intersection is going to be the iDrive and Sand Lake intersection. On the left, you'll see that Hulk Hogan shop. If you're interested in Hulk Hogan gear, he has a little shop right there on iDrive. And of course, on the right here, obviously you see the construction. So as of today, this is obviously being constructed, but hopefully within a week or two, because it looks like it's getting pretty close to completion. I won't say maybe a week or two, but I would say a good month. They'll have that concrete down, so this will be an easy pass through where you can take a right and get on Sand Lake Road, because obviously this is a congested area here. If anybody's been in this area, really stinks, that traffic. So there you got the largest McDonald's in the world, the largest pay place. 2 stories here. It's really cool. If you actually go up in the top level, there's like an arcade, like a Dave and Buster's, and they serve more than just a regular McDonald's menu there. So it's really cool to check out that McDonald's. Over there on the right, you can barely see it, but if there's a Checkers and a gas station, that Checkers is open late if you're looking for some late night food. Behind that Checkers is a Golden Corral, great buffet if you're looking for a breakfast buffet or dinner buffet on iDrive. Now you see the big parking garage right there on the right. That's the Hollywood parking garage built by Mangoes. So that's a pretty cool thing. They're going to have shops on the bottom. They just put a Mooyah Burgers at the bottom there. So that's going to open soon and be pretty cool. On the left, you have the Walgreens. Right behind that Walgreens, you can't see it, but there's a Starbucks if you need to get some coffee. Just a couple little shops here. There's even a little Harley Davidson shop in this little section right there to the right. A little tattoo parlor. And then, of course, the Mangoes. That's a great dinner attraction, dinner show, and also a nightclub. So Mango's probably one of the top nightlife spots on iDrive. Right past that is the Kobe Steakhouse. Very good dinner. On the left, you have the BJ's, the Chewy's Mexican, the Escape Game. If you're looking for one of those escape rooms, the Escape Game is really cool right there. This on the left, you'll see that Walk-Ons, that red brick building. That's a brand new restaurant by Drew Brees being built right there. And then, of course, you have the Red Robin right past that and the Longhorn Steakhouse. So you have so many dinner options just in that area that we just passed. From BJ's to Chewy's Mexican to Red Robin, Walk-Ons, Longhorn, Kobe Steakhouse. And even right there on the right, you can see the Pizzeria Uno as we approach the major attractions at Icon Park with the Star Flyer and the wheel. On the right there, that Uno's great deep dish Chicago style pizza. They have a great happy hour. I like checking in there sometimes. Great bartenders. If you take a right here, this is Jamaican Court. There's a couple hotels behind that Uno, the Embassy Suites. I believe there's a La Quinta. So if you're looking for a place to stay, I think there's a Best Western right there as well. So it's right there, basically near all the action of this part of Idrive. Right past that Uno's is a great Fogo de Chao. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it's a great restaurant called Fogo de Chao. And coming up here on the left, you can barely see it, but the Ripley's Believe It or Not building is a great attraction. Ripley's Believe It or Not right there on the left as we pass that Fogo de Chao. And coming up on the right, just some more shops and restaurants. You have a Five Guys Burgers and a Twin Peaks restaurant. And then we're getting into the major part of Icon Park. There's so many things to list here. You can see a Carrabba's on the left, a Joe's Crab Shack on the right, a great steakhouse, Saltgrass on the right. Yard House, one of my favorites, is right there in Icon Park. You have that Mexican place, Uncle Julio's. And on the left right there, you'll see the Old Red going in, the Blake Shelton's new restaurant, Old Red. So that'll be cool. Coming up on the left, you'll see that Pirates Cove miniature golf course, great miniature golf. On the right, you have Bar Louie, which is a great little restaurant and bar. You have the CC's Pizza, Tony Romo's on the right. Cafe Tuta Tango is on the left. Mia's Italian restaurant's great, and also that Boston Lobster Feast right there on the left. Coming up on the right, you have the Avanti Resort, another Avanti property, which is a really nice resort right there. And right there on the right is also an Embassy Suites, if you need a place to stay right in the heart of the action. On the left, you can't see it, but you have the Howl at the Moon and the Hooters. Howl at the Moon's a great piano bar. On the right, you can see that Olive Garden we just passed. And this is the Dave & Buster's on the right. With on the left, you have a Bahama Breeze and a TGI Fridays. And, of course, Miller's Ale House. A lot of people go there. And on the right is a helicopter little thing, if you want to take a helicopter tour. And on the left there is a iFly if you're looking to do an indoor skydiving. And on the right you have a little Pizza Hut, and behind there are some Rosen Hotels. On the right, of course, is a great steakhouse, Del Frisco's. And on the left is just too much stuff to talk about, but it's Point Orlando if you want to go to pointorlando.com. So many restaurants in there, such as nightclubs such as Blue Martini, the Capitol Grill, the pub, just so much stuff to list there. On the right here, you have the Rosen Plaza, great hotel by the Rosen Hotels. And now we're coming into the convention center area. So you'll see it kind of dies down because this is all convention center. On the left, you have the old Peabody Hotel, which is now the Hyatt Regency, probably the staple hotel, I would say, of Idrive. Obviously the largest and biggest on the left. It connects to the convention center in so many ways. A lot of convention people that come here probably stay in that hotel. You can see the walkway from the Hyatt Regency right over to the convention center there on the right. That's just one of three. So what brings a lot of revenue into Orlando, obviously, is the convention center. So the Hyatt Regency obviously plays a big part in that. So you can see I'm doing this during the quarantine with the testing. On the right there, another great hotel that connects to the convention center as well is the Rosen Center. Another great Rosen property. And we're at the West Concourse here on Idrive. You can see on the left is the convention center. So there's so many convention centers, and they're even doing another renovation. So there's going to be even bigger and better. But the left side right there, that white convention center is the newer one. And then we just passed the one on the right, the West Concourse convention. But again, you got the Rosen Center there. Great hotel, also connects to the convention center like the Hyatt Regency. I believe the Rosen Center, those Rosen Center and Rosen Plaza and then the Hyatt Regency are the only three that actually connect and you can walk to from your hotel to the convention center. I mean, anyone you can walk to, but actually have walkways. Just coming up here is another Walgreens. There's a Denny's coming up on the right and a Red Lobster, even a Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's. And if you take a left here, you're probably not going to see it, but another great hotel is the Hilton Hotel, which is right there on the left. If you take a left there, another great hotel that's right near the convention center. and a gas station there. You have if you took a right there, there's a little IHOP restaurant in there. And this is coming up to I-4 and the 528 intersection. So if you need to jump on I-4 or the beach line, 528, this would be where you're doing it from iDrive, or if you're coming off. So a lot of people get off here and either take a right or left on iDrive from the airport, or coming in or coming out of iDrive. So this is basically the intersection where you would be to get off. And if you do take a left, let's say you were going towards Seaworld, this is the way you'd probably go. So you'd just say you'd get off the exit, and now you're on iDrive and you're headed towards Seaworld. Coming up here on the right, you'll have a great steakhouse in Delmonico's Steakhouse, and a brand new Cheddar's restaurant, which I'm excited to try after this quarantine's over, is going in there. Also on the right, you can see the DoubleTree at SeaWorld, a great hotel that's located, basically close to everything. You got SeaWorld right there, and then we just passed the convention center, so the location is everything. And if you did take a right on this road, there's a couple little shops in there, a Subway, little hole in the wall bar called Arena, and a couple other little restaurants in that little section right there. So now we're just heading through iDrive. As we're approaching SeaWorld, you can see the roller coasters coming up. On the left side will be Aquatica, which is SeaWorld's water park. And so you just turn right here if you were going to Aquatica. And as we go straight here, you'll see SeaWorld. You could take a right here if you wanted to go to SeaWorld, but a lot of people tend to go straight and go through the main entrance. But either way, you can go. As we move forward, here's the Aquatica on the left, SeaWorld on the right. Just a lot of good landscaping here just to get you through this drive, which we like. As we come up on the left, you'll see a great little shopping center and restaurants that went in. Some of my favorite pizza is at Mellow Mushroom, which is in this little section here. Coming up on the left, you have a Starbucks if you need coffee. You have a Firehouse Subs, great subs. Couple hotels back there if you're looking to stay near SeaWorld, like a Holiday Inn. You have a TGI Fridays, a Buffalo Wild Wings. Panera Bread there too, which I love. Panera Bread right there. A CVS Pharmacy and store if you need to check out and get some things for yourself. So now we're at the iDrive intersection. If you took a right here, you have a Walgreens right there, but you also have a Wawa behind that Walgreens, which is cool. I love Wawa gas station. And also a Taco Bell right behind that Wawa. And then on the left, there's a Wendy's. You can't see it, but right behind that gas station is a Wendy's. I kind of panned over, but you can't really see the Wawa. Let's see if you can kind of see it. Either way, the Wawa's back there. You can kind of tell. But moving forward, this area is kind of growing. I like this area. There's as we move forward, right here on the left, as we pass the light, is a great little restaurant chain. It's not a chain, but it's like a locally, they serve like Chinese, Vietnamese, that kind of food, pad thai, those kind of things. Also, you have a Denny's. On the right, you have an Applebee's. There's a nice little restaurant, ice cream place right here on the right too. If you're looking for ice cream, you have a little art gallery that's cool in the right there. A Moe's restaurant and a Flipper's Pizza, which I like. So as we move forward here, just a little more landscaping. As we move to on the right is a hotel that's going to be built. So you'll see a lot of action in this area as we get to the later part of iDrive, past SeaWorld. You can see the construction going right here on the right. And then there even was a brand new hotel here on the left going in. I don't know if it's done yet or not, but I think we'll check it out here in a second. On the right here is a Park Corniche hotel. It's actually a cool little hotel if you're looking for like a full apartment type hotel at a very good price. They have full kitchens one and two bedroom stuff, 1 and 2 bedroom hotels right there. You can also invest in some of these hotels. If you're interested, contact idriverealty.com. Um, this used to be a golf course on the right. They let it go. I wish it was still a golf course. That would be awesome. Um, on the left here, you have some luxury apartments that went in, and also a La Quinta hotel right there on the left. And we're coming up to the iDrive kind of residences. You'll see these are apartment homes on the right. So you could just basically live in an apartment iDrive. Across, you have a Golden Corral right in that shopping center. There's some really cool little supermarkets in there, Tattoo, Barber, a CC's Pizza, a Dunkin' Donuts. As you can see, an IHOP coming up here on the left. So if you're living right there on the right side there, you could just walk across the street to shopping. So that's pretty cool. Also a 7-Eleven coming up here on the right. Another little complex here on the left. A Kobe Steakhouse is supposed to go in here someday. Not sure when, but a First Watch breakfast place is in that little section right there. If you guys are familiar with First Watch, they have a great breakfast. Definitely worth checking out. The one in Dr. Phillips is always slammed, so I always take the drive out here, and you can get a quick table right away. And so now we're getting into some vacation time rentals in this area. I know there's a couple vacation time rentals here in this part of iDrive. And we're going to get to more iDrive that's just for sale. A lot of this land's still for sale. And some of it's in development. Some of the people are just holding on to it to make some money. On the left side there, you have the couple apartments, vacation home. Right here on the right coming up, though, is a really cool, people don't know about it a lot, but there's a Benihana. One of my favorite restaurants right here on iDrive is a Benihana. And a lot of people don't come all the way out here to try it, but they have a great happy hour, and I would definitely worth checking out. It's right there on the right, and just some more vacation rentals on the left and right here as we come up. Now, if you took a right here at this intersection on this floor, you see the Florida's Resort right there. You took a right there. There's some stuff going up down there. A new Target, Ross and Marshalls I was telling you about is down on that street. So check that out. Coming up here on the left, there's a helicopter tour, 7-Eleven. On the right, you can see there's a Publix and Walgreens, some great shops. And now you have now we're to the other side of iDrive, where you have the Vineland Village, which is the other premium outlets. So you have two premium outlets on iDrive. Obviously the one where we started, huge Orlando International Premium Outlets, and then the ones here down by, we're basically down by Disney now, and those outlets are just always slam packed. It's crazy if you've ever been out here. And now we're getting into just more apartments. This place right here on the right is like where Disney employees and stuff mostly live, and you can even see they're building a new school on the left here on iDrive, so that's pretty cool. And this is just I'm going to take you to the end of iDrive so you get to see the whole thing, but it's just going to basically be just blank property, stuff for sale. I mean, all this will probably be in construction at some point because that school's going in, so I'm sure that means apartment buildings will be built close to it. So I'm sure that'll be a good school out here on iDrive in the middle of basically not a lot of people. So a lot of land here. Like I said, if interested, any investors, contact idriverealty.com. And I do know there's some luxury apartments coming up, being built up here on the right as we move forward. But as we moved, and I'll just show you where the end of iDrive is coming up because it just stops. But right here on the right, some brand new luxury apartments going in there, so that's pretty cool. As we get towards the end of iDrive, this is the 11-mile main tourist strip in Orlando, obviously connecting you with everything. As we get to the end of iDrive, you'll see if you took a right at the end of iDrive, you'd go right into Disney. And you just take a right here, and you go right into Disney. If you took a left, that would take you to the airport. But you'll see at the end here, it's just there's nowhere else to go. It just kind of dead ends you into a gas station, and you must take a right, either go to Disney or take a left and go home to the airport. So that's about it. I appreciate you guys taking the drive with me. And if you have any questions, just reach out, idriveorlando.com. We're on Instagram at idriveorlando.com.